We know we ask a lot from our patron and support network, and we are always so grateful for your generosity. In these challenging times, it's even harder to raise the funding we need to serve our community and achieve our goals. So we're always looking for new ways to maintain our revenue without adding additional burdens to our supporters. Today, we're excited to share a great opportunity that can really help our community and requires no additional out-of-pocket from you. We've partnered with the Liberty Company Insurance Brokers and their Liberty Cares program. Liberty Cares is simple. You already make monthly payments for your insurance needs, whether it's auto, home, or for your business. For every line of insurance you move to Liberty, they will donate 25% of the commissions they receive on your policies back to our cause. And under this special partnership arrangement, that donation will come to us again and again every year you keep your policy with Liberty. Often, you'll be able to move your insurance into this program simply by signing one form. It's that easy. The Liberty Company is one of the nation's largest insurance brokers, and they've won a number of recognitions for their excellent operations and workplace culture, so you can rest assured that you will be well taken care of. If you would like to learn more about how this new partnership with Liberty can help turn your insurance dollars into much-needed funds for our community, please visit libertycompany.com/libertycares or shoot them an email at libertycares@libertycompany.com. And please be sure to let them know that you're part of our community so that they will credit the benefit of your policies back to our organization. Your ongoing support is much appreciated, so thank you in advance.
Welcome back to another Welcome back to another drawing class with me, Avivah, your art director from the Ed Asner Family Center. Today, as you can see, ooh, spooky Halloween. We are going to be doing Scooby-Doo. It is going to be so much fun. Such a classic, incredible character. And today, we're actually just going to be doing his noggin, so it's going to be a lot easier than some of our other characters. I know he's a dog, so as you're like Avivah, his body would probably be easier to draw anyways, but if you notice, he actually has a lot of different lines and details on his face that, I don't know, the eye just kind of glazes over when you really look at him. But if you really look at him, he's got a lot of twists and turns that we're going to have to work together with, okay? It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's talk about some of our materials that you're going to need. Like always, you're going to need a pencil with a good eraser on it. Eraser is always key. Number one, you always want an eraser. Mistakes always happen. I'm going to be coloring in with colored pencils today. That part is like totally up to you. Watercolors, markers, Play-Doh. I don't know how that would work, but like go for it. Anything's good. You can use fruit as paint sometimes too. I once used like cherry juice. That works perfectly well. Coffee. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, we're going to be drawing Scooby-Doo. Let's get into it. Okay, so let's start by pulling our sleeves up and getting started, okay? So here is our Scooby. Oh, let's take that background off. Make sure we can see our character all the way. Okay, so there we go. There's our Scooby. Okay, so as you can see, we are just doing his little noggin today. But I wanted you to notice what I was talking about. There's little things in a character that really like define them as whatever they are. So with Scooby, he doesn't look like your average dog, right? He looks like a lab, right? But also like a grown man though, in like a weird way. Like look at his jaw, and he even has like chin hair, which I didn't even notice until I started drawing him. But I think him and Shaggy just give off this kind of like lazy, kind of just go with the flow kind of personality. So we are going to be trying to draw him just like relaxed. He's a relaxed dude. So now what we're going to do is we're going to find our focal point. We're going to find the spot that we're going to base the rest of our picture around, like we always do. So what we want to do is find the easiest shape and the most center, like our centerpiece of our picture, right? So for me today, I'm going to choose his nose. I feel like we always end up choosing like a nose, but it's just like a solid shape that you can base the rest of your drawing around. So I keep on babbling. Let's just get into it, okay? So what we are going to do is we are going to take his nose and just put that right in the middle of our picture. So we're going to start off with kind of like a line that's straight across, but kind of tilting up, okay? If you notice, his face is a little bit tilted to the side. We're not getting a straight on view of his face. So everything's going to be a little bit tilted to the right. Okay, so we got our little straight line here in the middle. Hopefully you can see that. I'll darken it up a little bit for you here. Little straight line. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And we're going to just do 2 straight lines going down on the side. You want to just kind of round those out. He's not a robot dog. He's got a nice rounded nose. And then we're just going to come down to a point. So we're going to bring our line down to like a nice soft rounded point here. See, it's not like an actual like triangle point, but you understand. It's kind of like a corner of sorts. And now that we've got the basic shape of the nose, we can kind of base the rest of the lines around it. So let's work our way up and around, okay? So what we're going to do for the top part, we're going to have his snout come right at the edge of his nose here, curve up to the right and back up. So you see, nice little curved line. And then we're just going to connect our eye to that. So just to make sure that we can see where the nose is, even though it's like so big. I'm just going to color it in here for you. All right. I'm like blending that in a little bit. I made his nose a little bit too big. See, that's why you need an eraser. Got to erase some of these little lines first, because it's the smallest things sometimes that kind of take away from the original drawing, but also make it your own, right? You don't have to stick to the book. Anyways, okay, let's make that eye. So just like with this curved line here, we're going to come up, around, and down. So connecting it back to that line. See, it's like one fluid line that comes up, around, and then ending it with like a little pupil in the corner here. So I'm just going to bring that up to you here. I'm going to show you this little wonky shape that we have so far. Looks like nothing much, but you just wait and see. Okay. So now we've got our eyeball, first eyeball, and we're just going to bring our line, our pencil, over to the side of the eye here. We're going to leave a little bit of space, start at our snout line that we've made already, and we're just going to come up. And I want you to notice how his head is not straight across. He's got a little dip in his head. So we're going to go above the eye, come down slightly where the middle of the eye would be, and have it go a little bit further up here. Just like that. You see? Let me make that line a little bit darker so you can really see what I'm doing. I'm saying I'm going to make it darker because usually you don't want to be pressing so hard on your pencil. You know? Just like I always say, the pencil will do the work for you. And you don't want to make your lines too dark or then they'll be too hard to erase if you're making a mistake. Okay, so now that I've got that nice forehead shape, I am going to just start with this right ear here. So I'm going to make sure that I left some space, and I'm just going to do a straight line up, straight line to the side, kind of going diagonally. Another one that swoops down because his ear is kind of flopped over. And then we're going to just make a nice curved line to connect to the tip. And that's going to be his ear flopping over slightly. And then before we make this cute little pink inner part of his ear, we're going to go halfway on our flap that we've made, his little ear flap. And we're going to curl it out and around. Just a nice, kind of like a backwards L. Nice little ear. And then just making a little not upside down, just a regular U shape for that little pink part. That just shows the inner part of the ear. So we've got a little flap a round, and a U in the middle. There's a first little ear there for you. And now let's finish that other eye just while we're at it in this little area here. So you see this eye is a little bit connected to the snout here. We're going to have this one be free floating and a little bit higher up than this one, because remember the angle is a little bit tilted away, so we're going to be seeing a little bit more of this eye than the other one. Make a nice little egg shape with a nice little pupil at the bottom right hand corner. And that's kind of showing that he's looking over here. He's not looking straight at us. Maybe there's a Scooby snack in the corner, maybe on the floor somewhere. Someone dropped. Okay, so now, remember those little details, we want to add those in. Right next to that right eye, we want to do a little tiny curved line. And just these little small lines really just give him that relaxed Scooby kind of look that he's going for, that we're going for. And then finally, let's make these lines a little bit darker above the eyes. And those are going to be kind of like his eyebrows, I guess, his dog eyebrows. I don't know what they were doing here. Alrighty, so now that we've got those eyebrows down, see how I didn't have them lift off the head? I'm really just kind of having them come right on top of that line that I originally made. And now let's add in that other ear. So right above this left eye, we're going to make a diagonal line going to the right, one to the left, curving it up, and coming all the way around. Just like that. So kind of like a V shape, curving it around with a straight line on the side. Let me bring that up to you here so you can really get a good look at it. See? Kind of like a Pac-Man kind of shape. All right. And then let's make that little pink inner ear area, curving around, kind of connecting that spot, just like that. And so right now he looks a little grumpy, right? He's like, "Where's my Scooby snacks?" But let's give him a smile. Let's put him in a nice happy mood. I want him to be having a good day. Okay, so now for the mouth, we are going to start with like this side of like the muzzle, jowl, kind of dog cheek. Okay. And so we're going to be starting with a straight line that's not perfectly straight down. It's going to be coming to the side a little bit. And then an angled line coming down. And this is the part where you kind of want your little edges here to be a little bit more pointier than the rest. It's kind of, his mouth shape is very angular. So then finally kind of coming back up here on the right, bringing another line up to the top. See how it's kind of looking like a stop sign, kind of like a half stop sign. We really want to make those edges show. And then he's got this really interesting mouth shape that I think is so unique. We're going to be having it come up, back down in like an upside down V, straight across, and back up. With another little upside down V right on the top of that line, like an arrow. And there is his mouth. Very interesting. Very different than all the other dogs I see nowadays. But, you know, it makes Scooby Scooby. So we're not going to change him. We like you the way that you are. So now for the left little cheek part, we're going to go just a little straight line, curving it up. Don't go past that nose. And then right on the side, you're going to try and continue that top line here where we started on the top of the nose and just kind of connect those two lines here. Just going to erase those little extras. And there you have it, the half. We have half of his face done already. You're doing a great job. Stick with me here. We're almost done. Alrighty. So we've got the first half of his head. And now we're going to do his little bottom lip. So we're going to come right underneath this left cheek. Come down, across, straight, with a little curve on the edge, giving it a little bit of a roundness. And look how happy he's already looking so stoked. All right. So halfway through that bottom lip, we're going to do a straight line down, curving it around, slightly doing a straight line, and bringing it back up. He's got a really nice jawline for a dog. So now finally we're going to add this little, like, I think that would be his head is kind of tilted back. So it's kind of be like a double chin situation that he's got going on. So this is going to be a straight line out and a straight line up. And that's going to be right at the tip of this little jawline that we've made already. All right, just like that. And then we're almost done. We're just going to finish off the neck here by starting underneath the lip, just like our jawline. We're going to bring our neck down straight. He's got a very long neck. So then we're going to come up to the ear, right ear, and curve it around and down. A skinny neck too. So make it nice and skinny and long. Perfect. Okay. So now we are going to start on the collar. So what we're going to do is he's got that SD in the middle. It's kind of hard to see. So what we're going to do is we are going to start with just a nice curved line that goes from each side of the neck, okay? But it's going to come out a little bit further, just like this. So I'm not going to be connecting lines. I'm going to have it come a little bit further out. And that's going to give us a little bit more depth and dimension. It's going to kind of look like it's curving around the neck here. So to do that, I had it go a little bit further out, and then I'm just connecting this line with a curved line to the back of the neck. All right. And you can do this method if you're ever trying to draw someone with a hula hoop on, or if you're trying to make Saturn, the planet, like it's helpful for all of that. Just having it go a little bit further out and curved around. And so as you see, I just made two little straight lines on the edge for the collar and a curved line underneath. And you're probably like, Avivah, you didn't leave space for the little charm. But that's why we got our eraser, right? So we're just gonna erase, I think, a little bit closer to the left here, because that's where the middle of his head is, right? Remember, he's kind of turned away. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna just make a curved line, kind of do the same curve underneath, and then just connect that to a beautiful little diamond shape. And so this part, it's up to you. I'm not going to get super detailed with it, but if you want, you can add the little border around it. But then all you're going to want to do is add your S. I'm making it, it's very pointy in the show. It's like a pointy S and a D for Scooby-Doo. And there we have it. I hope you guys can see that. I think it might have been going off the page a little bit. But there's our Scooby. Super simple, super easy. And you know what? If it wasn't that easy for you, that's okay. Because this video can be rewound. And you can start from the beginning and you can try again. Because that's the best part about art. You can just do it as many times as you like until you're happy with your end result. Because that's what it's for. That's what art's for. To get all of your creative juices out and to just enjoy yourself, okay? Well, that's going to be it for today's class. As you know, I take all of your suggestions. You email me at avivah@edasnerfamilycenter.org and let me know some of your ideas. Let me know some characters you want me to do with you guys. I love this class. I love drawing with you guys. I want to see your art. Send me your art. Okay. Bring it down a notch. I miss you guys. I'm giving you a hug. I'll see you next Wednesday. No, wait, what day is it today? Thursday. I'll see you next Thursday. Bye.
One of the things I'm most proud of is our mental health department, where we provide low-cost counseling to special needs individuals and their families. During times like this is something that everyone can use.